Is the Signos blood glucose monitor worth it? That's what we're going to dig into in this video. And before diving into it today, this channel is here to help you get in the best shape of your life, to lose fat, to build muscle, and to fit it into your lifestyle. To not have to do 90+ minute workouts, not have to log all your food, to not have to do any sort of strict dieting where you're not allowed to eat certain foods. So if you are looking to improve your health, make sure you tap that subscribe button, you hit that bell, and if you are looking to learn more about our process, check out the free training in the description of this video for more. With that being said, let's dive into it. Hey, what's up? My name is Schuyler. I'm the founder of Reach Fat Loss and Fitness, and today we are going to be diving into the Signos blood glucose monitor. This device is called a CGM. It's a continuous glucose monitor. So as opposed to the glucose monitors where you have to prick your finger and it only gives you a data point for that exact moment, a CGM is something that feeds you the continuous data throughout the day. So you get to see a live picture of how your glucose is fluctuating throughout the day. There are a couple CGMs on the market. Signos is probably the one that has the biggest brand right now, and so I got to use it for 30 days. Next week, I will be putting out a video with actual big lessons that I've learned from using this. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. But this video itself is going to be a review of the device, if I think it's effective, if I think it's a good choice for you to grab, and just my other general thoughts. So we'll start off with price, right? This is probably the most important for many people, and I will say that this CGM is definitely more pricey. Currently on Signos' website, you are looking at either a 6-month commitment, a 3-month commitment, or just a singular month. The 6 months is rated at $179 a month. The 3 months is $229 a month, and the singular month is $450. So clearly very pricey, which is why I want to dig into it in this video, because for the average person who's just maybe like a little curious about their blood sugar and what their insulin's doing and everything like that, it's probably not worth it. But for someone who really cares about the data, or potentially someone who is diabetic or has another reason to closely monitor your blood sugar, this is going to be way more convenient than continuously pricking your finger and checking the number throughout the day. I did get a discount code, so if you are looking to try out the device, you can use the code REACH15 and that should give you 15% off. But regardless, it's definitely more premium, so this is really one of those things where it's if you are looking to measure and monitor your blood sugar, you are looking to pay attention to different trends and how different spikes or drops of blood sugar impact how you feel, how you operate, appetite, everything like that. So let's talk about the device. So the device has a couple different components to it. You have the actual thing that is inserted into your skin. You have the device that you insert, which is actually going to transmit the data. They give you some patches that you can use to cover it so the device isn't just exposed. And so for a month's supply of this, you have 3 different cartridges because every cartridge lasts about 10 days. So you use the device, you insert it into your skin, you put the tracker into the device. When 10 days is up, the app will tell you. Then you can easily peel the thing off, use the second device to put in for your next 10 days. Insertion of this device was super easy. There was almost no pain. It was just like the smallest little pinch. Like honestly, on the pain scale, it's probably 1 or 2 out of 10. The second time I inserted it, I must have just done a part where there's not a lot of body fat. I did put it on my stomach the second time, but that actually did hurt quite a bit. But it was over in pretty much a second. It was a little uncomfortable for the rest of the day, but then my skin must have gotten used to it. So when you're applying it, just make sure you're putting it to a spot that has quite a bit of fat. So you could do the bottom of the arm, which is what I did my first time. You can find a spot in your stomach, somewhere that's not going to be rubbing up against a bunch of clothes and isn't going to be hitting things all day. So the first step when you get this is setting the device up. So the device has to regulate to your blood sugar. So there's a loading period where it's going to measure certain things, and then you have different tests to put it through. Some of these tests include walking. Some of these tests include eating and then immediately walking after. The main test is drinking a super sugary drink and basically letting the device see what happens to your blood sugar. There's also the opportunity to do HIIT or intense exercise to get your heart rate up and see how that impacts it. But there is a loading period, so you can't get the data as soon as you insert the patch. Once that is regulated, then the app starts feeding you consistent data. And what I found on this was this data was super in-depth. It was super useful. And during my experience, it was actually an incentive for me to avoid higher carb foods. The app gives you a range of where you want your blood sugar to range around. And what you'll find is when you have high carb foods, high sugar foods, when your timing is off, a bunch of different factors, that your blood sugar can actually spike higher. And whereas I normally wouldn't care because I normally wouldn't know, the app gave me a little bit more of a reason to follow through with reducing that carb and sugar intake. As long as you keep the app open on your phone, it's going to consistently intake the data. You're going to consistently see it on the app. It can send you notifications when your blood sugar is dropping, when it's going high. But really, with all the data that they give you, the main focus is just seeing how certain things impact your blood sugar and make sure that you are regulating it throughout the day. The app does have a calorie counter as well, well, which I thought was really cool. I actually coincided the month that I counted calories with the month I used this tracker, just because I wanted to get the most insightful data possible. But it was pretty cool. But you don't need to do that. You don't need to log your food to get enough out of this. It just can be helpful to look back, see what you ate, see what it did to your blood sugar at the time. So let's dive into my experience. But before we do, I'd love if you could leave me a comment. Based on this so far, what do you think? Is this something that could be helpful for you? Are you a little unclear? Leave me any other questions below and I will get back to you. As far as my overall experience with Signos goes, first and foremost, I just want to say it was extremely positive. I did learn a lot, and like I said, I'm going to be putting out some insights and lessons that I had in next week's video, so subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I will say this was pricey. If I were coming in and I wasn't creating content around this and it was just for my own personal use, this probably wouldn't have been worth the investment to me. I don't have any health issues. I don't struggle with intense energy issues throughout the day. If I really was curious what specific foods did to my blood sugar, I would honestly just get the finger prick and just use it a couple times throughout the day. But if you are looking to get some extremely insightful data on your body, on certain foods and how they impact you, or you have specific health problems, including diabetes or anything else that involves blood sugar that you're looking to overcome, this could be a really, really awesome investment for you. Along with that, if you are looking for a really big motivator to drop weight, there is a correlation. If you are eating foods that keep your insulin and blood sugar a little bit lower, your appetite's not going to be as high, your energy's going to be cleaner, you're going to be more likely to stick to eating clean, healthy foods. And so this could be a motivator for you as well, of seeing how certain foods impact your blood sugar and kind of making it like a game of trying to keep your blood sugar within that range that they give you. So overall, plenty of insights coming. Super, super cool device. Could be worth it depending on what your motivations are. But that is my review of the Signos continuous glucose monitor. So if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you're looking for weight loss help without investing in a device like this, make sure you check the description for our free beginner's fasting guide. It's going to teach you our exact system for how to use fasting to drop weight extremely effectively and efficiently. But thank you for watching. And of course, as always, make sure to eat smart, move more, sleep deep, and be grateful for this moment. I'll see you in the next video.